It's Tone Capone. You already know what time it is. Let's go. Welcome to Waves of the Bay. Yeah, I said it's Waves of the Bay. If you ain't about the action, better find another lane. If you ain't providing platforms, better find another stage. I'm living in my purpose, every day is game day. And now it's time to level up. Give the people what they want, show the artist off and strut. Let the music do the talking while the talent gets the fun. They said it's all written, but I had to change the font. Come on, because I do what I want. Champions win, so I'm not about to taunt. After all the smoke clears, I'll be standing right here at the top with my peers, living life without fears. I'm full speed ahead, never looking in the mirror, never looking in the rear, cause I'm known to switch gears. Hey mom, thanks for raising me to be so brave. Tampa Bay, yeah, it's time for y'all to catch this wave. Ride the wave. Let's go. Let's go. Set it off. Waves of the Bay, once again, we is here, right here, WMNF Tampa. We doing this for Tampa, and we got some Tampa Bay on the phone right now, so let me bring her on. And we got her right here. Gangalee, you with me?
Yo, what up,
Hey, what's going on with you?
I am doing great, cannot complain. We're here, we're in the building with you via phone, but thank you again, as usual.
Nah, it's all good. It's actually good to talk with you. It's been a minute, yo. So
I agree.
And honestly, I was looking back on the notes. Let me check myself here. I'm like one digit off here. You were on episode 7 of Waves of the Bay way back when. It's been almost 3 years now. It's definitely been over 2.5 because our 3-year anniversary is coming up in a month. So, and we're at 160 somewhere in there. I stopped counting, honestly. So we're in the 160 range of episodes right now. So it's good to have you back once again. And the good thing about it, even though you haven't been in the studio with us, you've been on the airwaves nonstop. So that's always a good thing right there. So thank you for making good music for real.
No doubt. And thank you for the support and the love. Because, I do it for the culture and you do it for the culture. So I definitely like the fact that you keep me in mind every Saturday. So thank you.
Yeah, you already know what it is, man. I'm going to have some fun going over, going through a quick Gangalee set, man. This is going to, I'm telling you. So I guess it's and I got a new song to debut from you as well. So it's perfect timing. So let's start there. Let's start with Man Can't Curse. Let's talk with the new song. And I know in the press that you sent over to me, you explained the reasoning and the rationale behind the song, but let's go ahead and explain it to the people on air.
Absolutely. So, my grandmother used to have us do it's in the Bible, so I can't even really give my grandmother credit for it, but the way she used to say it, I would give her credit. So, it's in the Bible, well, God bless, no man can curse, So Granny would be like, man can't curse, basically summing up that phrase in the Bible, saying don't worry about it, do what you got to do, and it's because you're blessed. And, whatever people will try doesn't matter because God bless and no man can curse but God bless. So I kind of went with that, the last 2 years with the pandemic and then just the changes after it, just all the political stuff, just every day something in the news. So I just wanted to put something out there saying, hey, look, well, I know we all go through our rocky roads and everything. I'm going to give you a little bit of my intel on myself. But just to let you know, I'm going to keep going because what God bless, no man can curse. So hopefully it'll be something my testimony can be used for inspiration to someone else, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, it definitely does. So let me get you right there because I know that's one thing that's huge. I love using my platform for the greater good. So as an artist, you thinking about people that's receiving your words like that, how conscious are you about your content?
For sure. I think you have to be conscious because everyone's listening from 8 to 80 and then some. Music is a powerful thing. Like I always say, it's something that you cannot touch, you cannot see, but it can bring about so many emotions and can evoke so many inspirations, good or bad, within people. So you always want to be conscious of what you put out. Well, I try to be anyway. But really, I also try to just fit the mood. Like some songs I want to dance. I try to make some dance music. Some songs I want to like bring more of an inspirational message, like with Man Can't Curse. I'll do that as well. So I try to do a little bit of it all, but try to keep the people that are listening in mind, you know, because I want to be the soundtrack to people's life. I say that to everyone all the time. If anyone sits down with me, they know I always say that. I want to be the soundtrack to people's life. So if you're in your car, you're cleaning up, you're having a barbecue with the family, you're celebrating, I want you to be able to hit play and then I'll be in the playlist, right, amongst others, to kind of like help get the mood going for whatever it is that you're trying to do, Right. So I think it is important. I think it's definitely important to have, to be focused on what you're saying, because you can definitely evoke a lot in people. So
I agree all the way. And for anybody out there that does not know who you are, introduce yourself as an artist. Let them know who Gangalee is.
Gangalee, female MC, originally from the Bronx, New York, by way of Virginia Beach now. Well, let me go back a little bit. I am from the Bronx by way of Jamaica. My family's from Jamaica. I'm the first generation, meaning that I'm literally the third person in my family born in America. So it's a lot to have the culture at home and then meeting hip-hop in the streets of the Bronx, at an early age. So it was a culture clash, and I definitely welcome it. I think it makes me the person I am today. As you can hear, I do, use a lot of, culture and slang from the Caribbean in my music, as well as, I work with different producers from, Jamaica, England, Paris, France, just to kind of like be open-minded, because I say, hey, my music is a little bit of everything in it anyway, so I can't really classify it as one thing. I want to have it open. So, from the Bronx, I went on down south to Virginia Beach, to Norfolk, Virginia. I went to Norfolk State University. All right. And then started music out there with a couple of groups, and, had an own recording studio, worked with Timbaland as I was an intern for Timbaland's studio out there. Did a couple of things, and then I said, you know what, I want to go a little bit further south because it's cold now. It's winter, like legit, in Virginia Beach, and that wasn't like that before. So I moved out here to Tampa Bay, me and the hubby, and we've been out here 10 years strong, God bless it, October. We've been out here. First couple of years out here, I don't know if you remember the Tampa Bay Times when they used to have the TBT, and they had the top 100 artists of the Tampa Bay area. So that year I dropped an album. I think it was 2013. I dropped an album called All Fruits Right. And that landed me in the top 100 of the Tampa Bay Times. I was actually like number 9 in the hip-hop section. So I was like, dope. What? I was hype about that. Imagine you just picking up the Tampa Bay Times randomly, and you're like, okay, let me look through this. This is something interesting to look through. And then you're like, wait a minute, Gangalee.
Hold up now.
Right. You keep an act up. I was like, can someone take my name? That's another story. But it was definitely me, and it was a nice write-up about All Fruits Ripe, and I was grateful for that. I've, done a couple of open mics in the area. I've done a couple of contests in the area. H had a contest around that same time, 2014, I want to say. And I won the contest and was able to go to Atlanta and perform as well off of that. So was able to network, work with Tampa Mystic out there in Atlanta. Just work with you and Spaceship. I love you and Spaceship, where you had me on a couple of shows. Ironically, I just popped up in my Facebook memory today that we did a Halloween show. I think it was the very first Halloween show. Wow. Me out too.
Ignite the Fright.
Ignite the Fright, yes. And that was like 4 years ago. So, so I'm just like, I'm here now, I'm in Tampa, and they say, it ain't where you from, it's where you at, which is what my birthday twin says, Rakim. We were born on the same day. So, I really believe in that as well. So I'm in Tampa, and I'm trying to, bring my culture and bring what I do, my sound to the area. And I think it's been received. I'm grateful that it's been received the way it has been, because not only yourself, but so many people, show love, have me come out perform. And the pandemic kind of slowed me down a little bit, but I'm coming back, y'all. I'm ready now. So, like, we outside. I think that's the saying they say, right? We outside. So I'm outside, too. I'm ready to perform and get back on some stages as well. So, yeah, I hope I summed it up a little bit.
You already know what it is, yo. We're on the phone with Gangalee right here. She's a Tampa BayWatch Artist of the Week. Last time I had her on the show was episode 7, like almost 3 years ago. And since then, Waves of the Bay, we've doubled down on what we're about as far as being a Spotify Tampa Bay. I've doubled down on what I stand for, which is not calling our artists local artists, and you're a prime example of that. So let's go there real quick. Now, since you're talking about you have Jamaican roots and you have producers that are also international, like how has that helped evolve your sound?
Immensely, because I was pleasantly surprised when I was invited to perform in Paris, France, right before the pandemic, and met so many different producers, DJs, artists, and just to see that they have like that real authentic sound to them, out there. And as well as, I appreciate the fact that everyone over there is from somewhere else as well. It's not just from France or Paris. I met people from Nigeria, I met people from, different, Caribbean islands that, relocated or grew up in France. So they brought their culture to the sound as well, be it production or be it MCing. And then I said, okay, I think I fit in well over here. So I kind of was grateful to kind of mix up with a couple of producers and MCs and, see how the sounds mesh. And I was grateful for that. Shout out to, speaking of which, Fleo, which is the producer for Man Can't Curse. He's actually from Paris, France.
That's dope.
So that's a big joint for me. I've done a lot of music with them, but now I'm like, okay, I want to get some of that production over here to let them know what we've been working with on this side. So I'm very hyped about that. And so I've been on a couple of projects with him last year. We did Chromatism 2.0, which is a project that they dropped in France in December of 2021. So I was blessed to have 2 tracks up there, produced by Fleo as well, Cocoa Butter Hills. What else? I'm all over the place. So after that, we came back over here. It's just like, I just like the different variety. Coming from the Bronx as well, we have Puerto Rican people, Dominicans, Jamaicans, everyone in one big melting pot. So even though you're in America, you're still cultured, and diverse. And I feel like the same thing with Tampa. I always tell people Tampa reminds me of New York in so many ways of the melting pot.
It's just not as walkable.
And it's definitely not walkable at all, And we don't have 4 seasons either.
Right.
But and I'm grateful for that. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to shovel any snow anymore. I've done enough of that in my life. But I just think that the diversity adds to my sound because I've been able to do some heavy reggae songs. I've been able to do songs where majority of the artists are in another language, like French or, Spanish or something, and I'm on the track with them. I'm still doing my flavor, but it kind of meshes well as well. Mm-hmm. I've been able to do some house music. I've been able to do just a different, whatever it is. I'm very experimental with it. So I think sometimes it gets hard for people, even myself, to say well, who would you say you're like? What sound are you like? And I think I'm kind of grateful for that. I don't really have the ability to say, I'm like this person, or I sound like this person. It's kind of hard to put me in a category. So I just say, go by song. Listen to what it is. And if you like it, you like it. If you don't like it, you don't like it. Either way, I actually tell a friend. I always say that. Mm-hmm. But, I keep it, I like to keep it variety and diverse and keep it different. And I think me being able to say, hey, look, because I grew up Jamaican, that was my first music in the house, was reggae music, Caribbean music, soca music. And then having a grandfather from Belize, which is a Spanish country, I had Spanish music as well. Same thing. It's really the same type of music, just a different dialect in the house. So I think, hey, I can add my spice to music and add my flavor and my seasoning to hip-hop, like everyone else. And I think it kind of works out well. I like it, and I love having fun with it as a result of the diversity. So, I think for the producers in France, it's kind of helped me ground that sound of saying, you know what, I'm comfortable with trying something different with every production. So every beat is different. Mm-hmm. Every song is different, and I like it because it kind of keeps me on my toes, keeps my audience on their toes, I believe, and also keeps me, fresh and new, trying something different at all times.
I love it. Like I said, we're talking with Gangalee right here. I got a new song to debut from her in just a few moments here. New music means there's a new project on the way. Is that right or what?
So I've been having fun. I've been dropping singles all year.
I've noticed.
And, yes, I've been dropping them all year. We're working. Project will probably be 2023 because I'm still having fun. So I'm just going to kind of keep doing what I'm doing for 2022. So it is more music coming, yes. And I like what I'm doing because I'm having fun with it. I'm not really putting the pressure on myself of saying, like, this is a project by spring, because I've seen a lot of people, put that pressure on themselves and it don't end well. Or,
Facts.
It's unnecessary, especially we have a lot going on in life, just grateful to be here and take it day by day. But, we definitely have more music coming because we've been working all year.
That's what I love to hear right there, because you know what it is, man. When COVID hit, like, it was either you figure out a way to adapt or else you're going to get left behind. So exactly. I love seeing you guys work, and shout out to Colossal as well. I want to know the last question I got for you, and I've asked this of everybody, but, you didn't ask to be a Tampa BayWatch artist. You didn't submit to be a Tampa BayWatch artist, but you are somebody that I feel like we should be looking out for. So explain to the people why you are somebody that should be looked out for in Tampa Bay.
Because I work hard. We work hard. Like you said, Colossal, that's hubby, that's right-hand man, that's my partner in everything that we do over here at Doe Records and Colossal TV. And we came to Tampa and we hit the ground running. We came literally with, I'm just going to keep it real Colossal, like you're telling too much business, but we left Virginia Beach, like we put our stuff in storage, and we came out here with just our studio equipment and our clothes in the truck and our SUV. And we pulled up like, we're moving to Tampa. So we came with music first on the forefront of everything that we do. And we work hard. We've traveled numerous, amounts of hours, miles. We'll go anywhere for a show, anywhere to network with people where, we just do what we need to do. And music-wise, I'm very consistent. I'm consistent. I keep it going. I have a different sound. I'm also a friendly person. I don't bite. So, when people see me, I'm a hugger. I bring good energy, good cheer. The stage performance. I don't like to toot my own horn, but I
the energy
on stage is a different energy. It's like you're gonna get your money's worth, even if it's a free show. You know what I'm saying? With me performing, so I just give it to the people. I leave it all out. I because I do it. Everything first and foremost is for the people. Because before, I just said when I was younger, when I was a child, before I just made an actual decision to say, hey, look, I want to be an artist. Music was everything to me. Music still is. Music was a form of therapy. Music was a form of helping me grow, a support system for so many different facets of my life. So I think that's why it's important for me to do music, because I want to be that for people. I know that we need music for good times, bad times, celebrations, times where you just want to think about some things and be alone. You have a music to be in the background to kind of help you with that. So I just, feel I know the importance of music, and I know what I can bring to music and what I do bring to music, and I do it for the people. So I think I'm definitely should be, and I appreciate being a Tampa BayWatch artist because I do it for the people, start and end. You know what I'm saying? Like everything I do is I want to make sure that I'm bringing something quality to them and being the soundtrack of people's life. So hopefully the hard work is paying off. I'm grateful for where we're at and more to come. Like I said, we're having fun with the music and we keep on dropping. And stay tuned. Like keep posting. We'll keep you posted, so you stay tuned. Already. Let the people know how they can find you on social media. Yeah, so you can, first and foremost, you can always go to www.doerecords.com, doerecords.com. On Instagram, I am Gangalee MC. That's GANGALEEMC. We also have Doe Records, DOE_records. On Instagram. I also have a podcast. It's She Can Talk Podcast that streams on all streaming platforms. So if you want to get a little bit more insight into what I do, into me, like I talk about everything from food to family, music to friends, like everything. So even, I don't try to touch too much on like the politics, but, sometimes I do. Yeah. So that's over there. She Can Talk as well. And, come and join me out. And I always tell people, if you like what I do, tell a friend. If you don't like what I do, tell a friend. It doesn't hurt either way. Much love.
There you go. Gangalee, I appreciate you taking time out of your schedule, joining me on the phone tonight, man, making good music. Like I said, I'm about to put on for you, like for, the next half hour, like until Saturday Night Shutdown comes. I'm about to do a half-hour Gangalee set. Watch how I do this, and I'm going to do it so effortlessly, too, because you make good music. So you'll see what I'm talking about.
In here, too, so you already know. We tuned in. I thank you so much, Tone. And like I said, anytime, next time, I hopefully, could come down to the station to be in person with you next time.
For sure.
I definitely do appreciate it. I definitely appreciate everything you do.
Right back at you. Much love to you. Thank you again for joining us, and I'm going to go ahead and get into the mix. So you have a great rest of your night.
Al, you too.
Yeah.
I'm right now. Y'all blast off.
Yeah, let's go. All right, yo.
Later.
Gotta love it, man. Gotta love it. All right. So 11:27 right here in Tampa Bay. We just finished talking with Gangalee, our Tampa BayWatch Artist of the Week. I haven't played any of her music yet. You guys are about to find out what's going on. Let me go ahead and kick it off with Moon Rocks. I'm going to slide over to Kenny K, get into the mix a little bit. Saturday Night Shutdown's coming up at the top of the hour. Once again, you're in the mix of Waves of the Bay. All social media, Waves of the Bay. Find us. It's Tone Capone. You already know what time it is. Let's go. Welcome to Waves of the Bay. Yeah, I said it's Waves of the Bay. If you ain't about the action, better find another lane. If you ain't providing platforms, better find another stage. I'm living in my purpose, every day is game day. And now it's time to level up. Give the people what they want, show the artist off and strut. Let the music do the talking while the talent gets the fun. They said it's all written, but I had to change the fun. Come on, because I do what I want. Champions win, so I'm not about to taunt. After all the smoke clears, I'll be standing right here at the top with my peers, living life without fears. I'm full speed ahead, never looking in the mirror, never looking in the rear, cause I'm known to switch gears. Hey, mom,